immediately upon booting the game up, like the animation style is such a trip, such a nostalgic trip. And then you get into the game and you're like, oh my god, this game had the potential to be such a fun game, but it's not. And yeah, I know I probably just gave away like the entire video in the first 30 seconds, but I cannot for the life of me bring myself to enjoy this game in any capacity. And I've been playing it every day since it launched. Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to another episode of Player Pass, where I give my brutal honest thoughts on a gacha game. A new gacha game, typically. In this instance, those thoughts are not very positive. Now, if you want to stay up to date with new gacha releases, upcoming pre-registrations, new games in general, and all the drama that goes on in the gacha scene, I urge you to go ahead, subscribe to the channel, become part of the community. Like the video, leave a comment if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Other than that, let's jump right in. So, Code Geass Lost Stories. I'm a big fan of Code Geass. I absolutely loved the anime. It was one of the best anime I have ever seen, and is still in my top 3 favorite anime of all time. My top 3 consisting of Code Geass, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Death Note. All very dark, all very messed up anime series. But it's kind of the person I am, so it fits me. Now, I know you're looking at this and you're like, wait, you've been playing it for like a week and a half and you're only rank 9? Yeah, I'm only ranked. This shit is hard to level up in. This shit is hard to play. I have not found a game that I have played, a gacha game, in my entire history playing gacha games that penalizes you for actually playing the game. A gacha game that actually wants you to play less. I kid you not. Doing an actual match, continuing with the main story, costs 15 stamina. It is absolutely ridiculous. It costs, like, I have a max cap of 76 stamina. Think about it. 2 fights, 30 stamina. 4 fights, 60 stamina. 5 fights, 75. I can do 5 fights in a row. That is it. When I try to replenish my stamina, as you can see, I literally have nothing. There's almost no way to replenish it other than spending the premium currency in game, my gems. I have never encountered a gacha game where they don't want me to actually play the gacha game. It's crazy. Now, the game itself has the potential to be a very fun game. It is a strategy game, a tactical game like Arknights, like Path to Nowhere. It just lacks the quality of both the aforementioned titles. So, going into battle, you select several different nightmares, and the pilots of each respective nightmare, they have various different class archetypes. You have like tanks, you have range classes, you have healers. Again, it costs 15 fucking stamina to enter the goddamn fight. Upon entering the fight, you get a brief overview of the map, and then the battle starts. Now, each character has special passives of special abilities. So in this instance, Orange Boy, Jeremiah, he has the ability to recover DP, which is your deployment points on deployment. So we can go ahead and immediately deploy him. I have him currently set to a melee unit as opposed to a range unit. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy him right here. He'll block this incoming unit. This incoming unit is a more powerful unit, admittedly. But as you can see, I immediately deployed him and I have my deployment points back. I'm going to go ahead and also deploy Suzaku because he is admittedly a 3-block unit, a tank, and therefore much more capable of stopping incoming units. Orange Boy can only block 1 unit. Suzaku can successfully block 3. So I'm gonna put him here. Then I'm gonna need a range unit because honestly, Suzaku is nowhere near strong enough to successfully combat that many. And then immediately I regret my decision because now I'm screwed. because I don't have enough DP to deploy a unit to defend. Actually, I do, but he's a 1-block unit, and he's gonna immediately get overrun, and I lose. So, like, this is a common occurrence in this game. This game is all about restarting the map as often as you possibly can. It's all about repeating it because you make mistakes every single mission, every single fight. And then as you learn the map, you eventually win. So again, here we're going to deploy Orange Boy for the DP. We're going to, again, deploy Suzaku. But instead, we're going to go ahead and deploy Cornelia's guard down here first and hope Suzaku and Orange Boy can combat the units up top. Now I have Lush here, who happens to be an archer. I'm going to have him attack units as they approach Cornelia's knight. I never remember this guy's name. Gilbert. Oh, Guilford. There we go. Okay, I remember his name now. So if I'm lucky, I'll be able to destroy that unit before the other one gets there, and I could not. So I fail. And this is a lot of what the game is. Okay, you know what? Sure, I understand what I did wrong again. So what I'm gonna do this time is position another physical melee unit down below. So I'm gonna put Orange Boy here. I'm going to put Suzaku up top here, and then I'm gonna put Guilford behind. No, I'm gonna put him in front of Orange Boy. Then I'm gonna have Lelouch help Suzaku up here, and hope to God he doesn't get overrun up there, and hope Guilford and Orange Boy can take down one of these units, please, and give me some DP. Like, you have no idea how frustrating a fucking game this is. And this isn't even fun. Like, in Arknights and Path to Nowhere, battles got difficult. You know, you'd have the odd encounter here or there that got really difficult. That is not the case with this. This is every fucking level. And, you know, you might be able to circumvent this if you had powerful units. But at the same time, I never have enough currency to actually pull for units. You want to know why? Because to actually play the game, you have to spend your currency or not play it. You, like, unless you play this game, you do not understand how frustrating it is. So, beyond the frustrations of the gameplay loop, we have our pilots. Cornelia is the only 4-star pilot I have. I have her leveled to level 40. I have her awakened once, and I have her limit broken up to level 70 right now. I have other characters that are awakened much further through. I think I have Suzaku's level 3. She's level 2. Good old Toto is not at all. Orange Boy is 3. I have a lot of them actually limit broke up till 70 as well. I think Cornelia, I have Suzaku at 80, and I have Lelouch at 80, but that's because I feel like I need them to be that high. You need a tank, and you need a DPS, a range DPS typically that's as high as that. So Awakening essentially increases their level limitation. It also provides potential statistical advantages. Awakening pretty much does the same thing, gives you statistical improvements. Outside of leveling your pilots and upgrading them, you can enhance your nightmares, your mechs. You can essentially upgrade them in much the same way you can the characters themselves. There are various different kinds. We have close range, we have long range, we have ones that are better at gunfire, we have ones that are better at, I mean, it's as simple. It's like the classes, the mechs themselves have their own class archetypes essentially. If you're interested, you can go ahead and join a guild, but I mean, this game doesn't really benefit from joining a guild from what I've seen. I haven't unlocked the arena yet because apparently we need to wait for the event period to begin. There's the gacha system, but As I already told you, I've pretty much pulled like nothing, because to improve my stamina, like, here's an example, okay? I want to go ahead and I want to farm daily resources. I've already farmed my XP items for the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and farm Engineer and Specialist Awakening items. So just go ahead, click this one. We're gonna launch. We're going to use the skip. And I want to note here, you have limited skips. These are earned by playing the game. So you can't just go through and auto skip for all the different dailies. You're gonna be limited by how many you can auto skip per week, and that is horrible. I like having the ability to auto skip anything I want to, like in Blue Archive. I don't know why they would impose these horrific limitations on your ability to farm content, but all right, we're gonna skip 5 times. Orange boy leveled up, nice. Got a bunch of resources so I can awaken, and then my game completely froze. And this is not the first time this has happened. This is probably the 13th time this has happened. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna reopen the game. Like, dude, I'm just trying to record a video here. It won't even let me record the video without issues. This is a great game. Did I tell you guys that this is a great game? I'm having so much fun playing it. Before we go any further though, I do want to take a moment to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do regular videos on new gacha games like this. You guys are absolute freaking legends, and I appreciate you all so much. So we're gonna go ahead here. We're gonna grind a little more. We want some resources, we want some XP. Let's go ahead and skip. Okay, I could successfully do 2. In a shocking turn of events, I'm out of stamina. So at this point, I need to replenish my stamina. I don't have any items to, so I need to use my Sakuradite. We're gonna go ahead and spend more, because that's really the only way we can actually play the game. Now, if you're really good and you got lucky with units and you can recruit a lot of really powerful characters and power through the game, then you're gonna spend a lot of resources, waste a lot of stamina. Now, look at that. I wasted 500 Sakuradite, got barely any XP, but I wasted 500 Sakuradite, and that's all I got. Like, literally, it almost seems like there's no purpose to playing it, purely because they don't actually want you to play it. Beyond the battles though, there is the story, which is actually separated. The story pretty much just retells the story of the anime, but from an outsider perspective. Like it takes you through the story of the anime, but then it also shows you as like a character in the area. It's really, really weird, because you're a character that was experiencing all the things that happened under Lelouch, adjacent to Lelouch, opposite Lelouch, or opposite Suzaku, or Orange Boy, Jeremiah, or... So I don't know. I found the story kind of disjointed and a little bit jarring. And admittedly, that's pretty much everything that I can do. There isn't really anything else to do. The game is just horrifically boring. The game, the main focus of the game, which is the combat, is just ugly. It's just slow. You're just literally fighting 100 of the same kind of mech over and over, and there's no variety, and it just feels so empty, so void of life, so void of content and quality. It is not what I expected out of a game like this. And actually, that is exactly what I expected out of a gacha game that is adapted from a popular anime series. Let me correct myself. Now, this game is probably one of the worst gacha games I've played. This is really bad. I would not advise anyone to play it. If you were thinking about playing it, don't. Go play Arknights. Go play Path to Nowhere. Go play any other strategy game out there. This one, trust me, you're not missing out by not playing it. Now, if Code Geass Lost Stories is not a game you're interested in, and it really shouldn't be, then I urge you to go ahead and check one of the 2 videos on screen right now. That hopefully might be more up your alley.